Beginning to work Quimbanda, working with the Ajay. The origins and mysteries of the Ajay, and especially Ozane or Ozane, are complex and shrouded in initiation. What we present here is a very basic outline to help understand the basics of what they are. One Tata wanted to form a group recommending the reasons it was beneficial to work with the Ajay, but then disappeared. We followed the Carlos Montenegro book on the Ajay mothers for the Peace Pact, the Ajay spirits, the sacred mothers of air, fire, water, and earth. We also have the initiation book for them by the same author, the Ajay spirits, the secrets of Congo initiations, Palo Mayombe Monte Kimbisa. In this former reference there contains what is contained in Naringanga, Spirit Mysteries Housing Pot, and what Ibos and Adamus offerings are required. As we are European, blood is not required, and there are substitutions that can be made. As well, the synchronized three graces are Greek. We are also uninitiated at this time. Red wine is a blood substitute for Europeans or uninitiated. They like sweet scents, flowers, red wine, honey, and fruits. Also liver. In this book is detailed an initiation for self. However, we will perform it in the future as a dedication in an upcoming rite. Initiations are done in association with a spiritual house and with a spiritual transmission of energy. As it is normally passed from woman to woman, mother to daughter, although it can be inborn. It is relative to the female mysteries. Who or what are the Ajays? One forum states, Ajay has multiples in definition. Ajay is the energy, witchcraft, and Ajay is the persona, witch. I would also argue that Ajay, the spirit persona, is the group of beings. Even though the name Ajay is used interchangeably, Ajay, the energy, is the core of the definition. Also, Ajay is used as a reference to money or abundance. To be an Ajay, which one must have acquired Ajay, the energy, referred to in Yoruba local parlance as Gbasik Ajay, receiving the bird of Ajay. The receipt of the Ajay in this instance is not the same thing as receiving a physical pot of Ajay. Also, the reference to bird in the parlance does not mean that a bird is literally received either. Ajay, the energy, is invisible. It is usually transmitted invisibly and discreetly. Ajay, the energy, can be inborn. An example was given as an innocent child, psychic, and likely has a past life connection to certain skills. Ajay can be used with an instrument or can be permanent in a person. The use of the third eye, psychic, and remote viewing is related. It is related to woman's intuition, but a highly aware person, such as some Babalawo priests of Ifo, can have this energy, but a man cannot belong to an Ajay society or group. A woman must give the Ajay to the man. Are mothers part of a class of spirits? It is layered as in the mothers, the Ajay mothers, the mother principle, and the earth spirit. Separate, but mothers make up the mother. There is a reference at the end of this vlog for more information on this concept. They are spirit witches who have a powerful witch mother. These witches empower your work. They are wild, elemental, titanic forces, primordial beings that existed before humans and have sought mankind's destruction in the past due to spiritual competition with humans that create natural calamities and other mishaps and occurrences. They will seek discord if you do not make peace with them, or your magic will not work. They also require a respect of the land and nature and elemental spirits. The Ajay are elemental witches. Some people take offense at the term witch. They are magic workers who rule the marketplace. The marketplace is a name for earth and the human life upon it, as well as the physical shopping areas. The Ajay rule a fourth greater Quimbanda kingdom of never-ending primordial forest with every climate in it. But specific rituals for them can be used in each of the places associated with each of the 7 lesser kingdoms. For example, a ritual for Ajay done at the mountain or the field, the ocean, at the railroad, or cemetery. They are linked to forests, wild, desolate places, and nature, also associated with the fairies or nature spirits. They work with love, and general success in overcoming obstacles. They are linked with human destiny, much like the fates. They are good for healing, protection, prosperity, luck, to remove negativity, harmony, to return stolen items is their domain. To work with the Ajay, you use the Ajay spirit signature, which is a symbol, ponto, or sigil. It is the spirit of a bird used by women, Iyami, to invoke powers used for abundance, balance, and justice. This same power is used to consecrate the crown of the Yoruba kings and Babalawo priests of Ifa, an African religion, when they are crowned Orisha. On the iron staff of the Babalawo, we also have the image of a pigeon. Balance in the universe. Many goddesses or a human spirit uses the bird as a symbol, such as in Egyptian and Christian mythology, and such as Diana, Aphrodite, Venus with a dove. The birds are totems are protective of their queen. Oshun, an Orisha, is seen by some as queen of the witches. She has a bird, the vulture, like Isis. Birds are seen on some botanica bells and on the Ozain staff. The Klilik, one who possesses a bird, is a fighting term. This may mean a fighting spirit. Olodumare and Oshun should be appraised and extolled so that humans can benefit positively from her influence with the cosmic forces. According to Osi Otura in the Odu Ifa, Oshun was the first human to possess Ajay. The chant, explanation, and messages from a verse of this Osi Otura chapter can be found in 16 mythological stories of Ifa, Ita Ifa Merindinglogun. They may even secretly fear and envy their women because of the possibility that any woman may be an Ajay, but no king, no nobleman, no chief, or village head can hold a successful council without authentic representatives of women in order to sustain a balance in the universe and to maintain the all-important connection with the supernatural. The iron iconography of Osain, who is the divinity responsible for herbal medicine, contains a multitude of birds resting on the top. All these are images of women as Ajay, with which persons in authority must make contacts, connections, and reverence, even obedience, in order to legitimize their authority, in order to sustain the balance between the two halves of the universe. Plants are related to nature and the elementals. Ajay are linked to Osain in this way, as he rules over trees and herbs. They are likened to the European three-faced Hecate or retributive Artemis, although the Ajay are not goddesses. They are syncretized with the Greek three graces, however, of hope, faith, and charity. Some Greek or European necromancy did make its way into Quimbanda. We did a peace pact ritual in the Ajay Spirits book. The ritual was the Quimbanda cross calling Nzambi and the Quimbanda Trinity, followed by an evocation of Osain and the Ajay. We felt a breeze coming through the open patio door after the section, Ozain, send me a breeze. Ozain, send me a wind. The air was previously still, and we felt a gentle presence. Kevin, in his Ifa and a Congolese reading, is supposed to receive Osain, done by a Yaya of Quimbanda and a Babalawo. I, in my reading from the Yaya, am to receive the Ajay and Ganga ritual tools and mysteries, Ajay pot and Ajay staff. We rang the sound of the bell as directed in the directional quarters, which the Ajay love bells and most spirits in the pantheon do. In some other magical traditions, the bell banishes negativity as well as signifies spirit presence. We used the tarot card, the Three of Cups, in our working, as we felt it represented the main building blocks of manifestation, the elements of air, fire, and water, and a creative feminine energy well of faith, hope, and charity, of charm, beauty, and creativity. We asked these three muse-like spirits to help Kevin in his writing as he is authoring several books. We also asked them to overcome obstacles in our way to entry into Quimbanda and another paperwork issues we are having. We also asked for protection and removal of negativity. We had impressions of women, bells outside, and music. We recited the litany that we came to make peace. Our relationship is built, and pots are usually fed over time. We gave them offerings of honey, red wine, sweet floral incense, and fruits. The truce is best recited on a new or full moon. Energy is growing, very much linked with European witchcraft, which became some of the Wiccan mysteries, and they are linked with the four directions. They asked for a spray of my perfume to Kevin at one point in further workings. We asked them to make an easier shift for me at work, and it seemed to help. Our ritual asks for a truce and peace between us, that we do not seek to harm or fight them and recognize their power. They were also given 3 cups of water. Their mysteries are related to the 3 phases of the moon that can be timed with other astrological energies. Candle magic and colors and combination of colors are used in witchcraft and are used in conjunction with them.